I'm here in Medjugorje, next to the former house of the visionary Visca, and I'm Vis. What's your name?
My name is Celia, like Saint Cecilia,
Well, beautiful.
and my last name is Terrible.
And where are
It's
you
a
from?
Filipino.
Filipino. First time here in Medjugorje?
Yeah, first time here.
And
but
how was the experience? Yeah?
Beautiful, beautiful. I always feel the presence of the Mary,
Yeah?
Blessed Mary.
And when did you hear the first time about Medjugorje? What did you think when you heard about Medjugorje?
Oh, I heard so much about it because my sisters and my other friends, have been here, and it's just unfortunately, my husband passed away, so we didn't have the chance to visit together. But me and my husband always traveled together. Holy Land, Lourdes,
Wow.
all over.
Wow, beautiful.
Spain.
And if you compare like Lourdes to Medjugorje, is it comparable or is the experience different?
Oh, it has a different atmosphere. It's a different environment. But I find this more of like a very, how would you call it? Small, small and like a small village.
Yeah.
Not like Holy Land. It's a big,
Huge, loud, no?
Even though it's different because Jerusalem and what do you call it? Jerusalem and what else? The other one, the first one.
You were in Lourdes as well?
Lourdes, no,
Jerusalem, Nazareth,
Nazareth,
Bethlehem, all these places.
Even back home, we have a lot of places that would really reveal the power of Blessed Mary.
In the States, you mean? You live in the States, right?
No, yeah. But I was born and raised in the Philippines, and I came from a very devoted parents that raise up the way it should be, right now.
And how should it be? What would you tell people? What is the beauty about the Catholic faith?
Well, it's a different feeling, everyone has a different opinion about religion, but Catholic is more like, how would you call that? You are being enlightened all the time with the messages and the churches and all that, and that's why it's all over the world.
Yeah, it's universal, no? Catholic, universal, Catholic, apostolic.
Global, yeah.
Global, global. And you pray the Rosary?
All the time.
Why?
Because to me, when you pray the Rosary, I'm being guided when I walk, for a walk in the morning in Yerbalinda. I pray the Rosary, back and forth. And then when I go to church, after Mass, Rosary. And then before I go to bed, Rosary with my husband. He used to be,
Beautiful.
So I don't feel tired. I feel like she's always here in my heart.
So beautiful. And your husband is there too. I can see that,
Yeah, he was also raised in a very beautiful devoted Catholic parents. That's why I think we have the same, how would you call it, raise up.
Outlook.
Not like other, I'm not trying to criticize couples. Sometimes only the lady goes to church and the husband was left in the home.
Thank you.
And I really don't want it to have that kind of experience, even with my children. So fortunately, I have 3 girls. Fortunately, they married Catholics also.
I think this is by your example.
Because I told them, you can marry anybody of any race, of any nationality, but as long as it's Catholic.
Because it will be a happy marriage if they're both Catholic, like your marriage.
Yep, they are happy. We're happy. Not perfect, but there's always imperfection, but at least, And then on Sundays, they're all married now with 2 children each. On Sundays we continue the tradition of being together after church to be in my house.
How beautiful. That's Catholic faith, community, family, strong family bonds.
Even back home we do that,
It's beautiful. And you prayed the Rosary with your husband.
Oh, yes.
Did it change a lot your marriage, make it better? Or what was the effect of praying together? Something very intimate.
it gets more a solid family.
Yeah.
Family traits, get more solid, and we didn't have that much fear that if anything happened, no fear. It's always there, like it's always love.
And you think, I think you had a happy marriage.
I'm
How would you
happy.
tell people, like, how can they have this happy marriage?
I think you should have the same common sense, common feelings. Faith is important because if you don't have a faith in God, then there's something missing. There's something missing
In the heart.
because the faith is the most strongest. With prayers and all that, it's the strongest. How would you say that? It's more powerful to lead your life the way it should be.
Gives direction, no?
Yeah,
And you go to confession
all the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
Wow, you're smiling. A lot of people are fearful of going to confession. What would you tell
No,
them?
no. For me, it's
Yeah.
an outlet
Uh-huh.
for what you feel, bad or good. It's sort of sharing my feelings
It's just-
directly
yeah.
through the priest to God. Even though a slight, like if I offended someone, it's a release. It's a release.
Beautiful what you say. And a lot of people think God the Father is an angry old man who wants to judge people. But he's not like this God the Father. How is he? Can you describe it for people?
God the Father.
Yeah.
God the Father is still God that comes that has this power of healing, power of not being isolated, and power of being like solid. So solidarity.
Solid ground as well. No? I see it in your family. The rock was your faith,
Yes,
God in the center. No?
yes. Son. And we always tell my children that no matter what, prayer is important, but make sure it should come from your heart. And if you are like confused or something like that, stop for a while, and then concentrate on what you want to tell God. For it's always a feeling of healing. Prayer is
Being
always
with God, in the presence of God, peace, joy, healing. Yeah? Beautiful. And you were now
Thank
at
you.
the farmer house of the visionary Visca. How was this experience up there?
We just prayed the rosary,
There?
and
Yeah.
I always lead when the three of us walk from our place to church. I always lead the rosary.
In California, you mean?
No, here.
Here as well. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So while we're walking towards church to attend the morning mass, we pray the rosary. Because here I felt more of like saying it slowly.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a different feeling. Yeah.
Joyful
I feel like it's, praying the rosary in a slower manner. It's more
Deep,
deep.
profound.
Yeah.
And what would you tell
I don't know
people-
about
yeah?
I don't know about them, so I don't know.
And what would you say, like, a lot of people tell me, like, through suffering, they came closer to God.
It is.
It is so?
For me, suffering is a challenge. Like when I suffer or have a little problem, small or big, I don't give up praying. For me, it's a challenge because the more you pray, I mean, the answer is not going to be there right away. I always say about patient, and fortunately, it comes.
Okay. And a lot of people here in Medjugorje, they look for their vocation. What would you tell them? How can somebody find their vocation if they should be married, stay alone, be priest, nun? What have you
I would,
experienced?
uh,
Or find a good husband?
yeah, I would tell them to have a devotion. When I was single, I have a devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. To if it's whoever is for me, whoever is intended for me, please give it to me, because I have a concentration to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Because heart is heart. It's full of love. It's full of red color, you know. That means you have to be brave. You have to take challenges and stuff like that. For me.
Beautiful. And the last question is, what did Jesus change in your life? Did he change something? The encounter with Jesus in your life?
I guess so. Because, you know, when I was single, we go to school. I go to school and have my degree and all that. In every moment of difficulties in my studies, I pray, and it gives me the answer. And also when I came to the States, I don't know what my destiny would be or whatever is in store for me from God. I pray and just hopefully, you know,
and good things
with full hopes and prayers. Is all I do. Hopes, don't give up, pray and pray. If it comes, it comes. If not, just keep praying.
Yes. And what would you tell people finally? Why should they come once to Medjugorje? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that it's a different place. It's a different sacred place as compared to Fatima. Fatima is my place also, as compared to Holy Land. But this is more like what do you call this? This is more like this is it. You know,
this
like
is it. Life. We are in the life match
like,
with Our Lady. She's
and
here.
also we have a visionary that we have to listen. You know, to the messages, and that's I think it's important.
You went yesterday to a private apparition, yeah?
Yes.
And how was that to be in that
Beautiful,
presence?
beautiful.
Can you describe it?
It's a sort of a feeling of that God is made for us to believe. God is made for us to have a stronger faith, even though, you know, through a visionary or to other people that has this kind of faith.
Thank you for this beautiful, beautiful
Yeah, it's
interview.
nice. It's nice. Thank you so much.